That looks perfect. Hey guys, Chris here, aka Warchild V1, and we are back with some more My Summer Car Building Simulator. This game is pretty awesome, guys. If you've never played it, check it out. It's called My Summer Car. If you like cars at all and you want to learn about them, this is the way to do it. This game, you have no choice but to learn about cars, because if you don't figure it out, you'll never get this car, and then all you have to drive is that stupid little refrigerator over there that's blue and doesn't steer for shit without you squeezing it, and I'll shut up. Let's put the frame, the subframe. Goes just like so. Do I know what size bolt? Hell no I don't, but you know, trial and error, trial and error. Oh yeah, I have a mod for that, don't I? Never mind, no trial and error. It's gonna be like a 12 or something like that though, I'm fairly positive. It's a freaking 10. It's a 10. I was so close. You know, if all else fails, it's a 10, right? Not really. If all else fails, it's a 7 in this game, in my opinion. Alright, I lost it. There's a bolt right over there. Right, it comes from the bottom and goes upward, and the one from over here comes from the top and goes downward. Right. You know, it's all common sense stuff that I should know after playing 200 hours. I haven't really hit 200 hours. I'll let you guys know when we hit it, though. That'll be the 200-hour special. We will actually name that episode the My Summer Jazz Flute Simulator, okay? That will be the key, that will be the hidden word. My Summer Jazz Flute Simulator. Okay, when you see that, that means we hit 200 hours. Now, I'm just making shit up. You think I'm gonna remember to name it that? Think I'm gonna even remember that I said that? Probably not. I'm not that great of a guy. I don't keep promises. Alright, maybe that's a lie too, but you know, I try really hard here. And I really hope that you guys are enjoying the series. This is one of my favorite series to actually make. So I have found that I get lots of good support on these videos. So yeah. Let me know what you're thinking about it. In the comments down below, of course. I mean, you can't just yell it from the rooftops or else everyone's gonna think you're crazy and they're gonna be like, who the hell is Chris War? Who is that? I've never heard of this guy. That's me. I think it's just one on each side. Jeez, if it's not, this thing's just gonna fall apart. Yeah, it's just one. Yeah, we're good. Alright, let's, we're really starting to get somewhere, actually. Let's get the steering rack and go ahead and throw it in. Where is the steering rack? I don't even see it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm looking at it. That's the freaking steering rack. Look at it. It's just a little teeny tiny, it looks like a weapon that you would use in, what is that? Dying Light? I mean, that's kind of what it looks like to me. One of those pipes with the bolt on it. Maybe Far Cry 5. It's a Far Cry 5 weapon. Totally taken straight out of the game. And I do mean Far Cry 5 took it straight out of this game. Like, totally stolen. I think Topless Gun needs to look into that. This to me is one of the scariest parts about putting the car together in this game. When you get suspension going only on one or two tires, or only on one tire or on one side, it bounces around like crazy until you put it on the other side. And in which case the car's probably getting all dented up and screwed right now. And then you say, well, why don't you just go ahead and do the other side? I will. Let me do this my way. Alright, let's go do it right now because this is getting horrible. See, it does that until we put this in, and then it just kind of evens out and it's all happy. See? Like I said, I've done this once or twice before. This bolt on both sides does not want to go in. like, no, don't pull me in. There it goes. Let's just hit it from this angle. You don't have an option from here, boy. Excelente. It's, I'm not really done installing the struts, but hey, let's just go ahead and put the discs on. Funniest looking discs ever. All right, these are gonna be a what? A 10. Let's do it. All right. So I'm thinking this is gonna be a series going on at least until I die. I gotta come up with another series to start uploading. And you know, once I die, I might even do it again. But still, I'm gonna have to come up with something. Subnautica was a real flop. I love the game, don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite games right now, still. But, you know, if no one wants to see it, I get it. You know, I'm not gonna keep pushing it out there and stuff and things. So, I gotta find a game. I think I know a game that I plan on playing. Well, there's one that I really, really want, State of Decay 2, but I don't have the money for that right now. If I get that, then I think I know another YouTuber that I could actually make some videos with, and I think that'd be quite fun. There's that, and then there's a game that I've wanted for quite some time that's a little bit cheaper than State of Decay 2, but it's in like a mostly broken alpha stage. It's called Survive the Nights. It's a game I've been waiting on, like, ever since I saw Frankie on PC in 1080p or whatever. As soon as I saw Frankie make a video on that, I've wanted it ever since, and that was like 2 years ago. Well, they've recently come out with the alpha months ago, and I hear it's pretty darn broken, though. That's the big downside to that. It's in a pretty rough state, unfortunately. So I haven't bought it, but it is one that's really on my radar. Me and my bud Winchester both want it. We're gonna end up getting it and playing it. If we get it, I guess I'll have to record it and record our learning process on the way through. It'll be a pretty steep process. This game is similar to DayZ. So you're surviving in a vast world with zombies and people. And it's usually the people that you would worry more about in those kinds of games. But in this game, it's like if you killed too many people, your guy will start having a bad mental state and start going crazy and hearing voices and seeing stuff. I think, look it up. Go to survivethenights.com or whatever their website is and check out the trailer for that. The game looks really fun. The UI looks kind of old, but I don't really care about all that. It looks kind of 7 Days to Die-ish, like that age, but that was also an amazing survival game in my opinion. That's another one of my favorite zombie games. I love survival games too. Funny enough, this game's a survival game. And it's one of my favorites, not for survival though. I would do some long dark videos, but I have a feeling that you guys would get sick of that. That's a game that like I'll start a playthrough and record. I'll start a playthrough and play for like 12 freaking hours. Not all in one sitting, but 12 to 30 hours until, you know, I die. That is a permadeath game. I think if you can like exit quick enough, you can cheat the permadeath, but I don't know. You have to be able to exit real fast. Most of the time, you're not gonna be able to catch it. I've died in that game and been super upset before. I died in that game once. If you don't know what it is, it's a freezing cold atmosphere with no electricity in Canada. And you have to survive. And I went out to sleep in a fishing hut out on the lake, and I was all bundled up in what I thought was nice and cozy, and I told my guy to go to sleep, and while he was sleeping, the temperature dropped, and instead of waking up and being like, oh, I'm really cold, he literally just froze to death in the middle of the night. Like it fast, you know, it speeds up time while you're sleeping. it sped up time and I just freaking died. And it's like, well, shit. I would have really expected that you get woken up like, hey, dude, you're cold. Go find a fire or make a fire or something. Like, if you're freezing to death, wouldn't you think that you would possibly wake up before you die, maybe? I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. I've woken up cold before, and that's kind of what I think about that. But I'm not knocking on the game. The game is quite awesome. I was recording a couple different series on it. One of them was the story mode. And at the time, the story mode was broken, and it deleted my game save. And I just didn't have it in me to go back through everything just to record videos. I'm sure they have fixed it by now. The game has come out with many updates. In fact, it just came out with another update like the other day. So it's probably all fixed. If that's a game that you guys would like to see, let me know. Like I said, I do love survival games. Another is I am waiting on this cable to come in the mail that is going to assist me with recording VR games in my office. It'll give me the room I need. I need cable so I can get the camera further from the PlayStation. And it'll give me the room I need to actually be able to record PSVR. So I was thinking about making some VR videos, but I don't know what kind of games you guys would want to see. There's a game called Island Time in which, here we go again, it's a survival game where you have to see how long you can survive on the stranded island. It's not a game that you survive very long. Like, one video would be me, my whole life and death. The longest I've ever survived is like maybe 25-30 minutes, something like that. It's not one that would be a long series, that's for sure. But, you know, for all I know, you guys would enjoy seeing it. I don't know. Alright, let's get this thrown in, and then I'm going to start working on, well, putting the tires in and dropping in the engine, right? Size 14. God, I love this bolt size mod. This is so sweet. No, it's an 8. Oh, I was looking at the wrong part, I guess. I still love the mod, even if I mess up on it. I'm not gonna let that deter me. No, it literally just hooks on. It hooks on and the bolt's on down there. Whatever. All right, let's put the tires on, and then I'm gonna show you my cool little nifty trick for dropping this engine into place. I think it's pretty cool. It saves a lot of time because using that cherry picker over there takes forever to lower it all the way down. You mount the engine to it pretty quick and then raise it all the way up and then bring it over here and lower it all the way down again. When I could just literally pick up the engine, sit it down on a case of beer, and it's like that perfect height. It took me a while to messing with it. I tried it with no suspension and there was no way that it would have worked. I put in the suspension and no tires. It was closer and I was like, man, if I put the tires on it, it might really fit. And what do you know, it did. And it's like, oh, this is amazing. This is the fastest way of doing it. As long as you can kind of sort of get the gist of, that worked out really well. As long as you can kind of sort of get the gist of where the engine is supposed to actually sit, because you do have to sit it in the proper place. But I'll show you all that here in just a second. It doesn't take any time. It might take a couple tries of sitting it down and it falling off the beer bottles and all that. But you know, in Finland, beer is not only your means of survival, it's also a great tool. You can quote me on that. 2018. Chris Ward, Warchild V1. You can quote me on that. 2018. I probably said that. You know, when I first got this game, I kind of assumed that I had to get out that there's an actual floor jack in there. I thought that I would actually have to jack up one side of the car to put the wheels on it. And at the time, the chassis was a little more janky. Like, you would lift it up and it would start scooting over, and it would really mess with you. And then I realized that all you had to do is just slap the wheel right on there. Look at, there's even a spot for a spare tire. That's cool. I'm gonna have to, oh, we bolted them all. I'm gonna have to get that spare tire from the junkyard just for looks. Actually, that's probably a horrible idea because it weighs down the car. Stuff like that, the weight actually makes a difference in this car, or in this game. All right, so what we're gonna do, just gonna finish headbutt our way to victory. Just like that. See? Beer case, right in the middle of the frame. Yes, yes. Now we go get this engine that fell off the damn thing again. We're gonna try to sit it. Alright, whatever. You bolt on. Alright, there. Now I want to headbutt in and pick up the block. There we go. That way I'm gonna have it aimed the right direction while I kind of guess on where it sits. Alright. Now, right there. Did I get it first try? I did not. I did not. And in fact, I don't even remember what size the bolt's gonna be, but whatever. It's not far. It is not far. The beer moved. Everything moved. I think the whole car moved. Let's adjust the beer. Beer, come on. I just said that you're one of the good tools in this game. Maybe I shouldn't have put the back tires on. Ooh, I just thought of that. That looks perfect. I think that might be. Let's see what size bolt we need. It's a size 6, it says. That doesn't sound right. Who has a size 6 motor mount? I really feel like it's in a pretty darn good place. It's not where it needs to be yet, though. Very close. Eh? It's an 11, and yes, it's in place. Alright. That sounds more like it. Right there. And that just kind of straightens it up where it needs to be. I'm telling you, we saved a lot of time. Yeah, that took about, what would you say? Maybe a minute. It took about a minute to get it in the right place. But once it was in the right place, we were golden. Why can I not hit this bolt? What about this one? Why you no like me? Grab the beer. Drink a beer in celebration. Kaylee a beer. Not sponsored. Alright, let's try this again. Why? There we go. See, that's the way to do it right there. Saves a lot of time. Because I'm telling you, just lowering this cherry picker all the way down takes for freaking ever. Man, we are really getting along here. I love having all the stuff you need right off the bat. This is going to be the first time that I've had to put it together and wire the whole car before we get it inspected. Am I even going to get it inspected? Yeah, I think so. I think so, just because we can, right? Just because we can. Basically, don't break out the windshield until I get it inspected. That's what I think it's coming down to. Don't bust it until the windshield's inspected. You know, I read that he added the ruler in here. I don't know that you would use a normal ruler. But he added the ruler for checking the tires. I don't know how to use it though. Maybe the tire can't be on the car. Maybe that's it. Besides, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it can't be on the car. And I don't know what the right, you know, how many centimeters it would need to be anyways. Alright, yeah, because I had a tool that would just kind of tell me, yeah, this is in the good, this is not in the good. That was my cheaty way of doing it. Let's put on the drive shafts with my trusty ruler, and the powertrain will be done. Then it'll be time for some gas tanks and electrical and all that. That's totally backwards. Ooh, our first poop job. Yes, yes. Yeah. We'll empty your sewage well. Where are you at? You're in Lope. I know exactly where you are. I know your dad's drunk. We're sorry. Everyone's drunk. This is Finland, guys. You can't be surprised about people being drunk. I mean, who'd be surprised that someone's drunk anyways? I mean, psh. I don't think it's the same size in here as it is back there. It is not. I don't think it's a size 9 either. I think that's a total lie, but let's try it. It is not a total lie. That totally matches. I want to know who is chainsawing on my property. They don't sound very far away, and I swear I'm the only homeowner on this peninsula in Finland. In Permadeath, that is. It's my peninsula. And why doesn't he sell firewood to the firewood guy that always wants me to chop firewood? Just go to the guy that's got the chainsaw. He does it a little bit faster. Actually, it's not even the chopping of the wood that takes forever. It is the loading it into the trailer that sucks so bad. I wish there was a faster way of doing that. There might be. Maybe I could like back the trailer all the way up onto the firewood block, and as I chop it, it flies itself in automatically. Wouldn't that be pretty awesome? You know, we'll try that out. As soon as firewood guy calls. He should be calling sometime soon. I think they've added more of a delay to the firewood guy because that's like such an easy form of money. It takes a while, but it's an easy form. Here, let's go ahead and put in these spark plugs. Let's see if we can stack them. 1, 2, 3. Not a stack at all. All right. Let's grab the spark plug tool while I'm thinking about it, and grab a spark plug. They're supposed to be under these wires, not, yeah. Don't know how I'm using this tool through the wire. But dude, in Finland, things work differently. They just really do. For example, what other country can you headbutt your way through a wall and the wall not really get a hole in it? I mean, that's intuitiveness. I don't know if they just build their walls different or if it's the way they headbutt. All I know is they are pros at this shit, and I'm kind of jealous. I mean, I've become a pro at it in this game. I headbutt through everything. I headbutt my way to victory, as I always say, because that's the only way to do it in the Finnish simulator. But it's just because I'm pretending that I'm in Finland. Alright, that's all the spark plugs. Dude, that's most of the car. I can't believe it. We are gonna have us a car here soon. Let's add a fuel tank, then the fuel line, and then the brake lines. And then we're freaking there, I guess. I think it's like a size, where are you at? I'm thinking it's like a 14. It doesn't want to tell me. It's alright. Oh wait, hold on, it tells me when I take the tool out. It's an 11. 14 was way off. Now, one trick is you got to remember about this one fuel line that's like hidden. There's one fuel line directly under the car that if you don't do it, you will feel like you have the worst gas mileage ever. The first time I ever built this car, I didn't know about that one bolt, and it's like it would take a quarter tank just to idle here while I tune it. And I was thinking, wow, this is really going to be a hard game, trying to get around with a gas guzzler like this thing. It's just such a fast beast, you know, it just guzzles that gas, I guess. It's just so fast, all that, it's got like, what, 80 horsepower probably? You gotta be mindful of that. So where is that gas line, you say? I don't know. I don't see it right now. But it's there. It's around, okay? I don't see it right now, but it'll be there, and it's a odd size. I don't remember, maybe a 13 or something. Was it 6 or 8? Let's see. Actually, I think it's 7. I think this was 7 screws. I think I did all those. Yeah, we did good. We did good. All right, let's put the filler tube in. Beautiful. I've never seen a filler tube that you didn't have to install. In fact, these are usually, like, you know, I make fun of this car for having 6mm this and that. I think filler tubes on like a Chevy, when you put the bolts around right here, I think they are 6s. There's something really small. I remember that back when I used to work on those things. All right, let's get the radiator in. Everyone needs a radiator. Let's put it in backwards because it fixes itself. Don't remember the size 1 bit. It's gonna be like a 10, 11, not even 7, 10 or 11. The way I usually do it in this game is I just look at the bolt and it's either big or small, and that's where I start. I pay, of course. All right, someone in Parajarvi needs their sewage sucked. That's good. That's good. That's where the money's at. What was I? Radiator. I mean, radiator. That's what I was doing. I totally forget this kind of stuff sometimes. One track mind. I think I'm just getting old. So it tends to happen a little bit once you get up in your high 30s. I'm a pretty old being on this planet, and I don't think I'll ever grow out of playing video games, unfortunately. I would say I'm never going to grow up. I'm grown up. I work. I do my stuffs. But whenever I'm done working, I don't want to go watch TV. A lot of people like to go watch TV, this and that. I like to play games. This is just what I enjoy, what I've always enjoyed. Yes, I had an Atari growing up. No, I didn't play it that much. I didn't truly get into games as much as I am until like the PS2 came out. I don't know, maybe PS1. No, I got a PS1, but I wasn't truly into games as much as I am until that came out. And then when I really, really, really got into games, like way more than all of that, would be the Xbox 360, I guess. Alright, I'm coming. Hi, our shit is full of crap, sewage well. Can you come here and suck it? Oh, that's great. Our shit is full of crap, sewage well. Gotcha. Love the translations, man. It's probably on purpose. I know that the dev, yes, he's Finnish, but he knows English too. I do know that. So I watched a video on this game before it ever came out. It was really interesting. In fact, you might even like to watch it. If you enjoy watching this game and learning about it and this and that, it was a very interesting video. It was before the game ever came out, and he was just kind of showing off some of the features to the game. and he was driving that car and explaining how intricate it is to actually drive compared to other games. And he was right. He was right. This is definitely a different kind of game. For sure. It's its own monster, right? There's the fuel filter, fuel strainer, whatever. It goes over here somewhere. For some reason, I always have trouble mounting this. Oh no, it doesn't. It goes on the firewall. No, it does go on that. All right. Well. You would think I'm a total pro at building this car. I'm all right at it. I'm not a total pro. I always second guess how many bolts this has and that has, and a lot of things I just plain out know, but then some things it's like, let's just try to find them all. That's how it is for these for these brake lines and clutch lines that we're about to do. A lot of it is going to be a guess on how many bolts. When we put on this big cluster F right here, that's when it's a guess. But I mean, you just kind of follow the lines and look for the bolts, and then you do have to remember to go to each wheel and handle it. That's for sure. Each wheel has its own bolt going to the brake line, right? Very importante. God, I hope this video is not boring you guys to death. That is not my intention. I just want you to see the process of what we have to do to survive here in Finland. In Finland, you don't just buy a car. Your parents give you a car that's not put together at all. That's how the Finnish survive, I guess. Back to the 7. Here's one of the ones where it requires a lot of guessing for me on how many. So, well, it's an 8. No, it's not, because I had an 8 and then I said back to the 7. What are you? Dude, it is a 7. Alright, so there's 1. We're not really going to count, but there's 1. You gotta make sure that you just bolt every one of these that you can see. Did that. The junction right here that just has a ton. For some reason, one of them is always pre-bolted, that one. But I think that's one that just goes straight to a tire, or a caliper. I keep saying it's going to the wheels. You know what I mean. I'm thinking... No, that's the other... That's the clutch line that I'm thinking of. Alright. Now, let's find this one at the wheels. Because it is... highly importante right there. Every wheel will have it. Just crouch a little further. If you couldn't see then, you're really gonna struggle to see now. Dude, it's like right. For real. Oh my god, it's staring at the concrete. Where are you at, boy? It's like a sway bar. There's a brake line. Oh, that's messing with me. Oh, right. Okay. It's over on the, like right over there somewhere. Okay, let's get this front one and not forget to do that back one. Alright, so you guys got to let me know here in the future whenever I play this game and start a new series because I died or something. For one, do I just keep it as season 2, or do we just call this like the permadeath season, and then I just like every time I die we just start over and stay in the numbers, or do I start it at video 1 again? There's that question, and then there's when I'm building this car. Oh wait, I'm aiming that the total wrong way. When I'm building this car in that series, do I show this whole process every time and then just talk like a blabbering idiot like I do? Or do I not show this whole process and just kind of skip through this for you? You gotta let me know. I enjoy this process. That I truly do. I like putting this car together. You get this sense of satisfaction once you've done it, you know. You did all the work. You put it together. That's me talking to me, by the way. I love that sense of satisfaction. I'm just gonna pretend that that was enough. Ooh, look at this. Highly important brake line that I almost missed. That's the one that goes to the rear brakes. If we don't put that on, then we just lose all our brake fluid when we hit the brakes. Alright, everything up here looks to par. I can see through the floorboard of this ute. Whoever made this mod did awesome. In fact, it was made by one person and then it was never updated, so someone else went and grabbed it, fixed it, made it work, and updated it. My only thing is I don't know how to remove the mod. I don't want to though. I think I'm gonna love this mod. I am not in the mood to remove it. Clutch lining, very importante. And then I gotta go find that fuel line in the bag. Oh wait, this goes along the firewall, I think, back here. Yeah. I don't remember the size of the fuel line in the back, which is gonna make it way harder to actually find, because it's gonna be an odd size, I think. Seven. How do I keep doing this? That. I don't think this one tightens, but over here, that tightens. Alright, I truly think that's everything for that. I'm gonna start with a 12. Maybe it'll be best to put the car in there and get under it. Alright, there's the... Oh, it was a 12. That's it right there. That was an awesome first guess. I swear, I'm not using the wiki that I used to always use. I swear, this is the second time I've put the car together without using any kind of wiki. So far it's going pretty damn smooth. I mean, so I think. We really find out when you try to start it and drive it. That's when you know how smooth it really went. But so far, I'm feeling it. Alright, almost done with all the major stuff. Got our handbrake here. Put the steering wheel and the dash together and the seats in, and there are no rear seats. I wonder if you even can pass inspection. You know what, we're not even gonna worry about inspection. How's that? But, well, I don't know. I always second guess everything I say right after I say it. So indecisive. I'm thinking though, to do a rally race, you may have to have an inspected car. I don't know for sure. That might kind of break me. Hopefully with this mod, I can get it inspected without the rear seat. Okay, there's that, and there's one more right there. I don't know what size it is, but that's a 5. That's what makes the e-brake actually work. Without that, E-brake ain't gonna work. Alright, I do believe I got all the secret bolts that I can easily miss. Look how hungry and thirsty we are. That's why we just leave the sausages laying around. And the beer. Of course the beer. Who doesn't just leave the beer sitting outside? It's not bad, you know. If you're not like a beer connoisseur or whatever, I used to actually get my beer and sit it next to the fridge and drink it. That was a long time ago, but I did. That was just how it was done for me. That's how I did it. It was alright. Nothing horrible. Not the worst. Alright, let's first let's see how much a tachometer is. Because I'm thinking about just putting the clock in there. 829. Clock or tack, clock or tack. We'll swap it out later. I've always put the tack in, you know, I've never not. I just take it out once we get the nice tachometer. And I'm not sure what the red line for the Satsuma really is, but I did learn that it was adjustable. It's a very adjustable part. You can adjust where the shift light comes on, that kind of thing. All right, we get that. We mount that in this. Actually, no. We mount this in the car. And as you see, it's got some wires ran. I don't think it ever had that before, but the game has been updating a lot lately. It's a 10. It's a me. I would say let's run all the wires right now before I finish putting the dash in, but all of it has to be wired, not just what's up there now. Like, this stuff has to be all wired in. I don't think the wiring is that big of a deal, unless you've never played the game and you're already stressing about putting stuff together. That would make it way worse, I guess. If you're stressing about putting it together. But I'm sure there are lots of videos out there on how to put the car together and how to wire it. I would totally be willing to bet that there are. I don't know why I've never done how-to videos on this game. Probably because I was a late comer to this game. Like, everyone else played it before I did. I'm one of the last YouTubers to founded this game. And I've played it a lot without recording, like a lot. When I first got the game, I think I did record a little, and I think it did get some pretty good feedback back then. In fact, my daughter kept telling me, you need to play more of that game because that game got you more views. I told her she can manage my YouTube channel, and I'll pay her some money for it. Not like I really make any money to pay her, but you know. As a nobody YouTuber, you don't really make any money. And that's alright. I do this for the fun, dude. I do it for the funsies, man. It's a size 10. I used to actually make okay money on it, really. But I quit running Dark Souls fight clubs, and that just kind of, everything went, pew. That was about all I was ever known for on YouTube. That's alright, dude. It's alright, it was about being happy, and after a while I was so tired of doing it, I wasn't happy. But that's when I told everybody that, and then I stopped. I didn't just force myself to keep doing it when I was unhappy. I had a farewell fight club stream for like 3 or 4 hours. In fact, just recently I got a ton of copyright strikes on that specific video. That's what reminded me of that. Because I wasn't trying to make any money off of it. I was just doing it for fun. So I was playing Pandora. Had music playing the whole time. And that'll get you. I say copyright strikes. And it's not like the kind where you get in trouble. It's the kind where they say, you can't make money off of this, okay? we're gonna take all the money and give it to the music people that made the music. It's like, all right, have fun with that, because y'all just named like 20 different bands that want the money, and it's one video. Y'all can split that nickel into 20 pieces and see how much money you make. Because I doubt I would make more than that in a month on that video. So, joke's on you. I can't believe this mod installed as easy as it did. Now that I'm thinking about it, usually the major mods are a bigger deal. But luckily, the guy that like revamped the mod just did it a couple months ago. I went and looked because I was thinking I bet it won't even work. A lot of mods don't work in the game ever since the wiring update and all that. But he updated this mod so recent that it works. This would be super stupid to put in there. I just want to see if it allows, because I don't know if it's going to be required. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Alright, so we will be bolting that in at some point just to get it inspected, I think. Okay, no more worries on the inspection. I kind of know how that works. Let's go ahead and run the wiring. After the wiring's done, hold on. So we can put the starter there, we just don't bolt it up, because one of the bolts is where, two of the bolts is where the wiring goes, and I just threw it under the car. So I say, how far did I throw it? Far enough, buddy. There we go. Yeah, there's one bolt I could actually bolt right now, but we're just gonna wait, because now it's wiring time. It's almost bedtime is what it is. I've actually spent, in total, about an hour and a half building this car so far, if we count the last video and this one. I don't know how much after editing, but I'm really trying not to edit out much. I need to quit hitting the wrong trigger on that. I keep right clicking and it makes me throw things. And I need to quit throwing stuff. Excellent. All right. Positive terminal to the starter. Negative terminal to the starter. Positive terminal to over here in the front of the car somewhere. Headlight controller. Headlight right. Headlight left to somewhere. No, that's a radiator fan connector. Alright. I think that goes to the controller over here somewhere. Making it look like I know what I'm doing. I don't really. Oh, they actually renamed this. They actually renamed what used to be called electrics. This right here. I guess. I swear there's like a little junction right over here somewhere, and this one's supposed to be hitting. See it though. How about we get closer? That way I can really see what I'm doing. All right. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this radiator fan connector. Aha, it goes to the main harness. Did that really connect the radiator fan? It did not. Oh, that did. That's everything in the front. Ignition coil is quite important. We don't get no spark without that. Let's wire it to the electrics, I guess. It looks like the coil's wired. No, it's not. No, it's not. Excellent. All right, now we start working inside the car. Oh my God. All right, let's go ahead and have a cigarette, get some sleep, and finish the wiring in the morning. Because it's starting to get dark. It's gonna be a real pain to wire this thing up. In fact, we may get a call from Drunk Man, and if so, I'll go give him a ride. Actually, you know what? This video's probably gone on long enough. I've been recording for over an hour. I don't know how long the editing's gonna make it, but I think it's probably gone on long enough. It'll be probably close to an hour-long video. So I hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. Stick around. There is a lot more to come, guys, I promise. Please comment, like, and sub if you haven't. And I will see you guys on the next video. So thanks for watching.